Hello people and welcome to a stream. Not gonna be real talkative this stream. I'm sore. I'm streaming because I want to play some Elite. And I figured if anybody's up and want to watch, they can watch. So obviously I haven't streamed for about a week or so, but I have been playing Elite. And I've gotten my Cobra fairly kitted out. We are about to see. Now I face a choice. Selling my Cobra, I can afford a Larkin Type 6, which is a new type of spacecraft. Well, not new for this beta, but new for me. I've never flown it before. So I need to make the choice, do I just continue doing what I've been doing, which I know works, or do I take a walk on the wild side, try something a little bit different, especially given this is beta. So that's where I'm kind of at the moment. So sitting at Beldock where we are, I really don't think I'm going to be doing much of anything from memory, no. Beldock's basically the rear end of nowhere. There's not even really bulletin board messages. One thing we have learnt for those thing, you'll remember my last stuff on the day Beta 3 came out. My mouse wasn't synced with the boards properly, especially when I was looking around like this. If you are having the issue, if you go into your options here, go to graphics and turn off the hardware cursor, all of a sudden your mouse will work perfectly fine. So just a hint for anybody who doesn't know it already. We are going to go to Stein 2051. Why are we going to Stein 2051? I know that I can buy the ship there. We're going to double check that we do not have any bounties or anything, given the some of the bugs that have appeared this beta.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Just checking, he may have been wanted. And until we change ships, we're still bounty hunting.
Drive charging.
And speaking of that, one thing I will try and do before I go and change my ship is show the Interdiction minigame. Well, we call it a minigame, but it's how you pull somebody out of Super Cruise so that you can scan them, kill them, pirate them. whatever you are inclined to do. And as luck has it, we just found one of the first things to spawn in is a wanted ship. So we have our FSD interdictor armed. We need to get over to him though. Hopefully he stays around. This system's weird in some respects. I've got a feeling there is a planet or a base or something out beyond the fringe. Because you get, of the space that I know, because you get stuff spawning fairly far out. And stuff travelling fairly far out as well, surprisingly. Most of it is always wanted traffic too. But I have not actually yet found it. Let's see, what's this guy? He's barely got a thing. But we're about to interdict him. So we need to get into range, obviously. We've got to be behind him. If we're not behind him, we can't interdict him. So, interdiction started. We've got to keep him basically centered, which is not as easy as you sound, because when you do the interdiction, you actually enter basically flight assist mode off. He submitted to the scan, and of course we're going to ram the crap out of him because you come through and yeah, so we're going to warrant scan him, but while we're doing that, we're going to get a bounty despite the fact he's wanted.
Target shields are on.
That's it, and he's going to jump. So not only did we get thing, that's one thing I will admit, along with several others, is frustrating. The fact that basically some of the AI seems to be able to jump at speeds that none of us players could. Hopefully it's fixed by release. So now I've got to go get a bounty off my head. Always fun.
Drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Problem I've got, normally I'd go for that signal source, and we're going to go flying straight past here because I didn't slow down. But because we have a 400 credit bounty on our head, and that stuttering is new in beta 3, it's caused by, the looks of it, by the larger textures as they're drawn in. Frontier is aware of it. They've posted a number of fixes. Simply because I've not seen one of these ships before. Let's go have a look. Okay, we could get the other guy from massive distance away, but this one, no. Of course, we've got the problem. He's currently outside. There we go. Okay, it was because he had overtake. So, here's a look at one of the new ships.
Warning, under attack. Target shields offline.
Oh god, missiles! And that's the other thing I've noticed. Shields seem to bug out slightly in this build. Of course, I've reported them.
Shields offline. Warning, under attack. Hull integrity compromised. Shields. Warning, under attack. Shields offline. Target shields online.
Okay, time to get out of dodge.
Prime charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Possibly could have taken him, but given we actually want to sell the ship, yeah, time to get out of dodge. Lesson in that one is that, you know, don't always take on ships that are bigger than you. Sometimes they can and will rip you a new one. Especially when, or if you do, at least possibly check their subsystems first to see how well they're armed. On the other hand, had we been able to take him, it would have been a nice bounty. But that's kind of on par with, given that's an actual military transport, trying to really take down something like an Anaconda or the like. Not exactly the smartest thing in the world to do. One thing I do like, they have actually fixed that at least. Now get out of system warp a lot. Well, not out, but come in at a lot higher speeds. It's probably fixed up now. I've got to watch it. Oh, I wasn't imagining hearing it crack. Our windscreen took some damage during that.
Request granted. Landing gear deployed.
Obey station 1.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Given we're on an open game, part of the reason we're going into the hangar is so that nobody gets the bright idea of killing us. Not that we really need to repair, we're about to go to the shipyard. So the shipyard, 9 ships on sale here. We do not have nearly enough to buy an Imperial Clipper. Or a Federal dropship, this is what we took on. So given it's got 4 heavy, 4 medium and 1 heavy hit turret, yeah, you know, the fact that we got out as we did, yeah. This is what we're looking at buying, a Type 6 transporter. It's 1 million credits. It's basically a freighter. But on the other hand, we can't afford a Lacon Type 9. We could continue to upgrade our Cobra, but again, beta, I want to try something different. After release, you know, get into a Cobra, I'm likely to stay in it for a while. But for beta, we're going to live a little. So obviously we cannot just buy the new ship and keep our current ship. We can, however, do a parts exchange. Yes, my Cobra is worth almost as much as that ship. It's got over 1 million credits worth of upgrades on it. So first things first, let's take a look at our new office. We have a lot more visibility, though it's clear to see that unlike the ship we were in, this is a single seater cockpit. And this is a stock vessel at the moment, and we've got just on 300,000 credits. We need to first pay off that bounty. So we need to get that off our head. And then we're going to have a quick look at the outfitting screen here. We've got pulse lasers on the hard points, no utilities at the moment. I'm going to be fairly basic. So the first thing we're basically going to try and set this thing up for freight. Lots of it. We could set it up for mining, but it'd take forever. So we're going to see if we can't set it up for freight. By the looks of it, the only cargo capacity they've got here is 2s, which we don't need. We actually need the larger ones. So obviously we're not going to get any more cargo capacity here. We need a class 4 frame shift drive, and we're not going to get one of them here. Class 3 power plants, we can, however. So we will upgrade our thing. We will grab nothing there because it's we could grab a point defense.
Shields online.
We need class 4 thrusters, and we've got none. Class 3, but it's expensive. But it is an A grade, so we'd never have to worry about buying another one again. So we will grab that. And that's about everything I've got a feeling we're going to be able to get. We can't get sensors here. Everything else for the moment's a little pointless. Can't see any class 4 or 5 shield generators in there either. No, class 3. Okay, not as big as I thought. But okay, we currently have 50 tons worth of cargo space. We need to make some money. So let's do the obvious thing to begin with. We can get 74,000 credits for this, but 17-minute run. We can actually do that if it's to Beldock, which it is, but it's going to be close. especially given I've never piloted this before. On the other hand, we need the credits. Except that one, it's got to go to Beldock as well. It's got to go to Beldock. We're just basically Beldock. So, okay, we're not going to get anything else for Beldock. We need to lock our destination. We're gone from being further in to right on top. Always fun.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Biggest thing I'm noticing here, we've got a lot more mass.
Scan detected.
Oh yeah, we have a lot more mass. This ship's doing a whole 110 meters a second. We may be cutting this run fairly close. On the other, actually, might help if we put the landing gear up. That'll give us some speed. That's better. Still flies like a dog,
Drive charging.
but we've got more speed at least.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Now I do have to watch it in this system. The Gold Mafia and me have some history. Not that it shows up on my reputation, but I've taken out a few of their ships. I've noticed they tend to fire it rather than actually ask questions most of the time with me these days. Spiraling basically just to bleed off some speed. Even keeping it in the blue at times doesn't always seem to give you the correct speed. And we made it with 10 minutes to spare, so let's ask them for docking
Request
permission.
granted.
Pad 3. I've never been to pad 3 here. I know where pad 1 and the like is. Pad 3 is going to be interesting. Okay, it's obviously not the big pad up top. There, it looks like it's the big pad over the side here.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So obviously this is going to be a one-way trip. We're not going to get any missions that we can really take back. So we need to pick our next destination. Let's try and QY Gory. I haven't been there. Or at least I can't remember having been there. One thing I do have to actually laugh at, there's been some people complaining that you actually drop down now. And rather than just spin on the top like we used to, you used to just drop slightly and then spin you around. I actually wonder if they've paid any attention to these docks,
Engines engaged.
which are all the same. Doesn't matter if
Landing gear
it's
retracted.
on an outpost or the like. There is actually no place at the top for this platform to actually spin. The reason you drop all the way down, and it's been fixed now, I would presume, is because that's where you need to actually be to be able to spin. When you get down that far, there's enough room. Whereas if you're sitting up the top, there's not.
Drive
So
charging.
obviously if we're going to progress rapidly before the end of beta at all here, we're gonna have to get some decent sized missions and all that. We're also gonna have to update the cargo hold. We're gonna need to be able to carry a lot more than 50 tons. I mean at the moment 50 tons is basically, I could have been doing that in the Cobra. More or less. So yeah, we would pick a system with nothing in it. Okay. Let's actually, before we take another wild jump and waste fuel, actually use this thing called a galaxy map. it's right, Landell's right on the edge of our jump limit, as we will see here. Quickest way of getting your jump limits. Luton Star and Procon both typically have some nice gear. We could, I might travel down there. While we can, seems it's going to be difficult to make that jump once we have cargo. And who knows, they may have an upgraded jump drive, which we desperately want.
Drive charging.
Possibly should have moved away from the star before.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Powering up there. And if anybody wants a kidney stone, I will happily give it to them. We're just going to double check those. Yep, it is Menkov dock that we want. So each of these stations has goods and items, so it does pay to check each of them. You'll only be able to buy from one, which does, I admit, confuse me a little bit. Only one, it's like, okay, so only one station in the system is trade capable. But hey, maybe only one station in the system has customs. Who knows? I'm noticing so far this build, because I did a server update today as well, and it does seem to be a lot more stable. It could be though that there's not a lot of people on, you never know. The reason I'm flicking through these guys, I'm now a nice big juicy target despite the fact that I'm empty. They're not going to know that without pulling me out and scanning me, so I kind of keep an eye on ships in the system, especially anything that pops up behind me. Because even the NPCs have to get behind you to pull you out of cruise. fire. This isn't the right place. I know this isn't the right place. We wanted to go to Menkov Dock. Oh well, we can check Cabinar Ring anyway.
Request granted. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So things like this are really lucrative, but you've got to be able to find the consumer technology. And I'll admit I've not been doing a lot of trading this time round, so I actually don't have a list of what sells what and where. We're gonna have to start making it, obviously, especially if we want to make money quickly. We are going to, however.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Cargo scoop deployed. Landing gear retracted. Cargo scoop retracted. Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So, if you're wondering why I'm changed the way I do approaches on my space stations, there was a nice post on the beta forums recently about how to get yourself aligned with the front of a space station. With a real nice YouTube tutorial and everything like that by one of the guys or girls. Seems they didn't actually talk during the YouTube video, they just show, but basically what it boils down to is if you come in from the planet side facing out fairly level with the plane of the orbit, then you should be generally in the general locale of the front of the ship, the front of the station each time. The front of the ship would be a problem. And it'd be, damn, I got out and started walking, or I interdicted somebody and I was trying to go to a space station, and that doesn't exactly work. So we'll see how well I manage to do this. And we're fairly, not perfectly on, but then I wasn't perfectly aligned, but fairly close. So the commander's post is actually very useful. So it's just something to keep in mind.
Request granted.
Another thing that's changed between builds, they adjusted the flight engine back in 2.0 and they adjusted it again in 3.0 based on a lot of player feedback. And the biggest one I'm noting is that Flight Assist really feels like it's actually just flight assisting your flight now. The ship really
Landing gear deployed.
continues to carry momentum. Compared to the previous ones, which I find really nice. It means that you actually seem to slide a little bit more in space, things like that. Especially when your thrusters are less than perfect.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
This one's got an outfitter, so we're going to do this while we do some browsing. So obviously we're going to refuel. There's no real big cargo runs on there at the moment, sadly, but never know. Okay, we can at least get the other 16s for the 8s here. They don't have any frame shift drives, pity. But they do have a better set of thrusters. And we actually didn't get to hit that. We really should look at the plus. Anything's better than what we've got at the moment. A little bit extra time on that is always good. So we have 66 tons here. Let's have a look at what here actually sells. So they sell mineral oil. No, they don't. Sorry, they want mineral oil. They sell explosive hydrogen fuel and pesticides, synthetic meat, polymers, superconductors, agro-medicines, progenitor cells, aluminium, copper, titanium. And the like. So what I am actually going to do here, which you guys won't be able to see. So I'm going to quickly make a Excel document. There is actually some tools out there that allow you to do this I just don't have them downloaded at the moment. So I'm going to find my Microsoft Office in my big massive list. I'm going to quickly write in here that this is a Menkov doc and it is in Procon. I think it was Procon, wasn't it? Where are we? Yep, Procon. And it sells from the top and down. Explosives, hydrogen fuel, pesticides, clothing. No, clothing has a demand. We don't want that. We only want stuff with supply. Synthetic meat. Polymers, semiconductors. Agri-medicines. Basic medicines, progenitor cells, So basically we have a list of everything that he sells. Why? Because by having that list, if we see a needs mission, we can refer to it and go, well, and we know we can buy it there, take it, race off to there, buy it, and come back. On the other hand, we can turn around and grab something like that. Go into here. Go 1, 2, 3. And we just made a profit. But hey, if they're too dumb to go and check the market before they advertise, that's their problem. Okay, so these two are going to the same spot, we might as well take them. To Mildep, got you. This one we're not going to. 8 minutes, no. So let's just have a quick look at the galaxy map. We know we've got to go to Meldeptu. Wherever the heck it is, it's got to be somewhere around here because it's only like 5 light years. There it is. We have no information on the system. Okay, no, we do. Okay, it's a refinery economy. So we can try and luck ourselves a little bit. We're transporting beer to them. Obviously they want to drink. How much beer are we transporting out to the refiners? 16 tons of it. Damn, they really want to drink. I can understand that. Sometimes I really want to drink too. A big difference. I don't drink 16 tons. That being said, we'll buy. No, that's demand, not sell. Typically we could, somewhere we're going to be able to sell the basic medicines, so we'll stock up with 5 of them. Not a big prospect, you know, we're not taking a real big risk, but it's still giving us something to beyond what we got to play with. We will grab some progenitor cells simply because along the way somewhere we're going to be able to sell the progenitor cells. It just, they always seem to show up. Where some information on what is actually here would come in handy. And that's basically going to have to do us. Same place, so first platform, let's go.
Loitering is
Released. Engines engaged.
Always proceed direct to avoid unnecessary delays and/or
Cargo scoop deployed. Landing gear retracted. Cargo scoop retracted. Drive charging. Four, three, two,
Oh, we have a lockup. Oh, there we go. It was thinking. Glad we did not take the 8-minute one. We would never have made that in 8 minutes. While we're travelling, did I actually remember to change something back on. Be really nice if they actually, you know, were animated. And for anybody who wants to do some math or like, you can actually work out roughly how long it would take to travel at warp speed. Star Trek based on this. 8C is basically warp 2. 1C of course is warp 1. The inverse what is available online, but you start to realise why, especially in Enterprise era, things took for, you know, they talk about not a lot to do on trips between stars, and it took months and the like, and that there tends to be a lot of kids on the trade vessels that only travel at like warp 2 or warp 3. At even 8C Alpha Centauri, or if you get technical, Proxima Centauri, is still going to take you just under a year to get to. About 8 months most of the long distance stuff in this is done in light seconds. So to give you an example, Earth is about 8 light minutes from Sol, so 8 light minutes from the Sun. Do the maths, 6 8s are 30, no, 6 8s are not 38. 48, I should say. Yes, thank you to my wife there. So that's 48 light seconds. Sorry, 480 light seconds away. So, using this for an example, this platform actually looks like it's about the exact distance. But we've just passed the distance the Earth is from the Sun to this platform. We're travelling at 10c. Admittedly, we're slowing down, kinda. It's not a short distance. You know, we're travelling at 10 times the speed of light. It still takes some time. And it's something that a lot of people forget. Space isn't, you know, we don't call large spaces space for no reason. Space is large, it's huge. It takes a long time to go between anywhere, and I've just had a leg spot. Yep. At least it lets me know the stream quality's decent. That finishes buffering. And sorry that you guys are getting a bunch of looks over to the side here at the moment. I'm just checking the stream quality on my wife's computer. Okay.
Request granted. Landing gear deployed.
Do you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Docking bay access is a crime. Don't risk annihilation. Make way.
So these guys don't appear to have anything we want there. Well, we're not going to get much better than an A grade coupling there. And as I pointed out earlier. And I'm happy to start with the pulse lasers for the moment. So first off, we'll check the bulletin board. No missions out here. A little frustrating, but oh well. I needed basic medicines. We can supply some of that when we come. And they have no need for these. We're not going to sell them at a loss, not for that price. So this is Ghost platform. In which system was this? This was the Meldept U system. They have hydrogen fuel for sale. Polymers, semiconductors, superconductors. Might actually buy some of them, but they're expensive. All the metals. It's above the galactic average. The best way of working out what's a good buy and what's not is look at the galactic averages. buy based on that. And always remember that the buys, this one, not this one. So basically we're taking a fairly big gamble on that cobalt, on being able to sell it somewhere. So we really need to find a industrial or the like system. We can try this one though, Gender. Typically some of the high-tech ones also want it, so we'll try Gendala, or whatever it is. Why the system would actually want data on itself, yeah. Let's just buy the data for the two systems that we don't have that this place does.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Classification emplacement. Do you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Loitering is a violation.
Landing gear retracted.
See what we can get up to and boost. Not too bad.
Drive charging.
With the A grade power coupler we could have basically just boost.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
have a quick look at this. So Nomad platform is where we want to go. I think it's rather obvious what time of games I like. Okay. And for those that typically view my videos on YouTube afterwards, yes, I do talk occasionally to people who have chatted in the Twitch stream. Dark Rollers, Arcs, what type of games I like. So as I said, it should be obvious by now, I like strategy, simulation, and occasionally some D3 and the like. But most of my Twitch streams are of Elite. That's what I choose to stream. I don't have a lot of people who watch live on Twitch at the moment, especially given most of my followers are Aussies and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Or possibly later, based on the look I just got from my wife. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. That's just how things are going. Most of my streams can be a little boring. Again, that's just how my streams go. It's a bit hard to make stuff interesting just because people want them interesting, and I just realised I need to do that very, very quickly.
Scan detected. Request granted.
This is a new type of this station too, I just realised on the way in. It's the first time I've seen it with the long arms coming off it.
Warning, landing gear not deployed. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
barely make a profit on the cobalt. The do we really want to sell it, or do we want to try somewhere else? Possibly try somewhere else, I think. We made enough off the stuff we did sell to cover the costs of getting here, which is always good. I stream because 1, I YouTube all my videos. 2, I just like to stream. 3, there are times when I'm streaming tutorials and the like. And because I just like to stream. Okay, I have friends who occasionally jump in and watch when they can, when they're not on deployment, or when they are on deployment, when the like. It's when they've got a break. It allows some of those guys the chance to get a look at some of the games that they've been looking at buying, but don't. The fact at the moment, because they're deployed, which will mean that they could be overseas in a war zone or something like that. It lets people just generally see some gameplay. Just because I may only have 1 viewer or 2 viewers at any one time, just doesn't bother me. I'm not after high massive ratings. I get enough views on my YouTube channel. I do it because I want to. Twitch doesn't state that I have to have 20 billion viewers. If people want to watch, they want to watch. If they don't want to watch, they don't want to watch. That's their choice. I don't stream every time I come on Elite or the like. Typically I stream when I'm up late at night and I'm not feeling well and the like, because it means people can come on and watch if they want. I might talk to them if I actually get a chance to look over at the side, depending on how busy I am or how I'm feeling. And yeah, that's why I stream. That being said, if it is 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to have to stop in a minute. So we're going to make the run to Ross 446 here. Hopefully manage to sell some money, some of this stuff for some money. Though I doubt it. We really need a industrial. There doesn't seem to be any industrial systems around. Let's have a look. Switch over to map. Okay. Yeah, I want to see the trade routes. Thank you very much. Thank you. So apparently there's metal flowing into Ross, but it doesn't make sense. There's an industrial system over here. What's the quickest way for us to get there at the moment? We're on fastest route. I've answered that before. Multiple times. Yes, I have space engineers. I have space engineers because I backed the original game that the company made, which was Minor Wars. I tend not to stream space engineers because the server usage on space engineers is massive. At the best of times, when you're streaming it, it tends to bog down if you're doing a multiplayer with the mates that I play with. And typically I just don't bother streaming it. I stream Elite. My Space Engineers stuff would probably be just as boring as my Kerbals or the like, because I tend to be a little picky with what I pick and do within it. Okay, I've lost complete track of what the heck I was doing. Okay, I am here. Independent High Tech. I want to find the nearest industry. I had found one. Okay, Lundy is. So I need to go here, then so LTT, sorry, Adlena Sastec. Okay, we're going there, we're going just to very quickly check and see if we can pick up that. Yeah, we can, but ouch, we're not picking them up at the moment. We do not have enough money. And we can't pick up a frame shift drive here, so well, let's get moving. We'll get to this place and to Londe, whatever it is, and then I will call a stream quits for today. I honestly did not realise I'd been streaming for so long.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted. Drive charging. Drive charging. Drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
That's called we were not watching what we were doing at all. But yeah, we're gonna land here, and even if we can't sell this stuff for profit, we're gonna call it here for the night. For anybody watching this on YouTube later, I am sorry that you got a grumpy Rob for a little bit there. One of the viewers I get is frustrating, and tends to want me to play anything but what I'm playing. And as I obviously pointed out, I play what I want to play. I stream because I want to stream. I don't make anybody watch, just like I don't make anybody watch the YouTube videos or anything like that either. You guys can choose to watch them or not. know, if people want funny, they can go, or they can go watch somebody like, one of the other guys, yeah. There's, you know, there's plenty of them out there.
Request granted.
Please do not cancel. Good.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking bay access is malfunctioning. Please keep the aircraft fast. Thank you. Stand alert.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, so let's see, first off, if this place has got a decent bulletin board. Who knows, they might be screaming out for cobalt. If we weren't going to bed, we would grab that one, simply because we can actually do it despite what it says. We just need to clear out some cargo space. Apparently we probably should have kept the cop over here. We're not going to make them. We can't even sell. Yeah, we can sell. Why is it not letting us? Not going to make that much of a profit on this cobalt, but screw it. Let's get it out of the cargo hold. Any profit's a profit. These 5 progenitor cells seem to be haunting us at the moment. No place wants them. At least not for a decent price.